Free socks. Free socks.
Well, welcome everybody to this 2024 Best of Show to end 2024. And I got some new music. It seems upbeat. We'll see if it doesn't get copyrighted like every other thing I do on this show. But we got the Mania Mega Panel tonight with their best ofs. So let's get it started and started with, I think I'm going to say he's my champion. He is the world beater. He's in the house, Mr. World Beater, Chris Coleman. He can talk about that in a second or whatever. You're still the champion in my heart, Chris.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And we'll probably talk about it later. If you want to talk, you might not want to talk about
Sure.
it. It might be, but things happen in life. But thanks for coming. And I would like to hear your 2024 your stuff. So I can't wait. And next, he's got a great story he was telling us in the green room, and I'm like, no, save it, because it doesn't happen to people all the time. And we're going to let Larry tell his story real quick. But from the king of Johnstown, the host of Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, it is the king, Larry Stryker. Larry, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. What do you got in the back here? Like it's like Monty Hall and Let's Make a Deal or something. Or is that your backdrop? Or you got something? You got something? Do you have something in a cage behind you or something like that?
Well, no, not in the not in the cage. That's long gone.
Okay. Well, I know you have. I'm gonna ask you what how crazy was your week here as soon as I get all the cast on. So, just hold that story that you were telling us in the green room.
You got it.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next Mania panel member is the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia. He's my co-host. He is a guy who picks up Australians at the airport and takes them to Sam's Club when they don't have a luggage. He is your friend and ours, special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, how'd it go? Picked Mark up the airport. You're a jack of all trades.
So he was running a little late because he texted me before I even left the house. He's like, I'm in Dallas and there's no luggage. So I packed him a toothbrush. I had a couple new toothbrushes because we always have kids here, and some brand new little packages of.
What, you got your own dental thing at your house?
Yeah, I got yeah. So I packed him that, and it was entertaining because it was in the glove box, and when he opened it, there was a gun in there, and it kind of like he got.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's no 357 in there. He was like, "What's that? It looks like a toy." So
that's funny.
That was entertaining. But no, he was really entertained by the Sam's Club. He thought that was interesting.
That was his first time at Sam's Club.
And I took him to the Big Dick's at the Ross Park Mall, which had like a autographed Troy Polamalu, jersey for $1,200. And
how much?
Tried on a football helmet.
How much did you say that jersey was?
$1,200
for an autographed Troy Polamalu jersey.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Game worn.
Oh, game worn jersey.
Yeah.
Holy fudge! Wow.
Yeah. They had a Ben helmet for I think $899.
You wait till he gets to the Hall of Fame; that'll go up and double in price.
So
yeah, wow, that's crazy. Wow, your Sam's Club is like pretty potent.
No, that was Dick's. Then we went to Sam's Club because
okay,
a beanie there was $40. Toboggan was $40. We went to Sam's.
Is that the one he's wearing on all his video? Is that the one he's wearing in all his videos? Oh, that's funny, man. He has a video of the guy singing out on the street. So, but he's gonna jump on. I'm doing a show at 10. He's gonna jump on from wherever he's at. So I'm probably sending you a link. We'll be talking Steelers football and about all your stuff in the Pittsburgh excursion yesterday. So, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least is the anchor, is the WWE connoisseur, and he's the host of Buckle to Buckle with Kal-El, Punxsutawney's own Kal-El. Kal-El, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Bubba. How you doing?
Good. You ready for Christmas?
Yeah, pretty excited.
Santa coming or a lot of coal? No coal?
Whoops.
Oh, coal's at the
Right.
house.
I'm glad you got pants on.
Yeah.
Shane, if that would have been Shane's, man, we never know what happened in this
Oh,
Scott Miller house.
jeez.
It's for me. That's it's
Mhm.
snowing. I'm wearing pants.
We would have saw
Oh.
mistletoe.
Oh my God! So you've been doing good, kid. You ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What'd you get
off?
me?
You guys off? Yeah, what'd you get us? Prime.
You have to find out.
Prime. Are you off school now?
Yeah.
Are you guys off? Oh, okay, cool. So, hey, before we get into this, Larry, what was your story that you were telling us? You had a crazy week. So why don't you explain to the masses how crazy your week was?
Well, all right. So, Sunday night, I'm relaxing, watching football, and I hear something eating my cat's food, and my cat is sleeping on the ottoman.
Your cat's fat too. His big cat.
Well. Listen, yes, this will explain a lot. So I'm like, okay, I must have a mouse or some sort. So I get up out of the recliner and I start walking back my hall, and I am greeted to a possum
In your house.
in my house.
Jesus Christ.
So this was a small baby possum. So he runs into my other bedroom. So I go in there and investigate. Couldn't find a little bastard. So Monday I come home from work. I go in there and I try to find where there has to be an entry point. This little bastard chewed or clawed his way through from the outside into a wall into my room and was stealing my cat's food. Now listen, this has been going on for months because I would be sitting in my living room, and JJ was here to witness it the one time because we heard something, but I was like, I think I blamed my shower dripping. That's what it sounded like the one time. But
okay.
So I'd be sitting in the living room and I would see something out the corner of my eye, and by the time I would look, it was gone. So I always thought it was my frames on my glasses.
Oh my God, is that funny?
So anyway, when I got my cat, a few months ago, I said about how he's eating all this freaking food. I was blaming him because he's a fat cat.
Right, he is a fat cat.
Here it was, it was that possum. So I had to trap it. I trapped it that night, and
you're like Davy Crockett.
Well, it took me longer to set that fucking trap. Let me tell you.
I know I saw it on Facebook. I thought it was a rat in your house. I was like,
no.
Now possums are like they're endangered. You're not supposed to do you can't kill them or nothing. You're supposed to because they kill.
Oh yeah, he's long gone though.
Okay,
he's long
Game
gone.
Commission. Game Commission come.
Oh no, I took care of him.
Oh, okay.
He's long gone.
Okay.
He won't be back.
Oh no. Well, maybe something else will come to your house. Something.
Oh,
good,
don't say that.
Okay. Oh, we got some people in the house. Devil, thank you for tuning in. Kelly, as always, thank you. And I don't know where we're taking Mark tomorrow. I don't know. And
Freakers.
Hey, DB, thank you. And great stuff on your show, brother. If anybody is listening, DB is the host of Steelers Syndicate and on YouTube. And he has a whole bunch of other stuff. He talks about sports and pulp culture and all that stuff. So I listen to him and Mark on my way to work. Steelers Syndicate and Steelers Nation Australia when I go to work. So, but hey guys, we'll be talking Steelers at 10 o'clock, and I think Mark's going to come on. And tonight on this show, we're doing pulp culture. We're doing stuff because it's almost the end of the year almost. I mean, I'm glad I'm alive because it's been a crazy couple months here in my household. But let's start off with the first. Now, this could be anything, any type of genre. Our best movie of 2024, okay? You guys could have picked anything because we have a list, ladies and gentlemen, that I gave everybody. And they can go in depth on why they picked it and stuff like that. But my best movie, I saw a lot of movies in 2024. I mean, I saw one the other day that could be high on my list, but it was about the Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker of porn, and I don't think that's going to make it my list, but I didn't, it's not going to make my list. Yeah, it was on Amazon. It was a true story, but no, they didn't make my list. My one is Deadpool and Wolverine because I am a Marvel guy. That's the first time they reunited. It was great to see it in the movie theater. So that is my movie of 2024. Chris?
I admittedly did not see a lot of movies in 2024. I was busy doing a lot of things.
Right.
Being in theaters was not one of them. I did get to see and what I thought was my favorite movie of 2024 was the Netflix exclusive release, Axel F, the Beverly Hills Cop movie that
yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
released.
Yeah, okay.
You got to see some of the original members of the cast, and it was a funny little movie.
Did it bring nostalgic back to you?
It did, yeah. When you would see the the characters Rosewood and Taggart and things on screen, it kind of and you would hear them playing the music. It was a nostalgia thing. I actually then went back and watched the original Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay, yeah, that was good. I'd seen it, so I enjoy the old Eddie Murphy, but I'm glad he did that, and hopefully he's got another one coming.
Yeah.
So I can only Larry, did you watch any movies this year?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, what is your best movie of 2024? And hopefully it's either G, PG, or R. No other stuff that we can have. Those kind of movies could not be appropriate on this show.
Absolutely, and I don't watch. I don't watch that kind of stuff, fellas.
Okay.
Come on, I'm straight edge.
Okay, straight edge. Okay, what movie? Because I'm kind of inquisitive about your choice.
So my favorite movie for 2024 was Terrifier 3.
You and yeah, that was when people were walking out of the theater and stuff.
Yes, and I will tell you this:
okay.
that was the first movie that I've ever seen that I got kind of squeamish and was very close to bring it back up to popcorn. I was close to throwing up.
Wow,
that's how bad it was.
The king was all ready to implode.
Oh yeah, that whole tub of popcorn was coming back.
Did you see the first two?
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen any of that, so I just heard about it. And okay, that's your best one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Shane, and you went to the movies to see that because I know you did. Shane, what is yours?
I didn't see a lot of movies this year, so it's kind of, I would have to say probably Dune 2 would be my pick. The second part of the Dune series.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I like your pick, but I just thought I'd throw something out there different.
You're allowed to pick the same.
Yeah, but
you could add more to it.
I thought Dune was I like the visuals, and I thought the sound effects were good, and I didn't go to. I think I only movie I saw in the theater was Deadpool and Wolverine all year.
Yeah, well, I mean, nowadays you can stream movies at your house now, so I mean, it counts if you go to movie theaters or at your house. I mean, and Devil says, that was that movie had a lot of callbacks to some comic stuff, and that is true. So, okay, let me see here. Yep. Yeah. DB says Deadpool 3 was great, and they brought back Blade, and they're probably going to bring Wesley Snipes back as Blade, supposedly, because that Blade is been in 5 years of production, and I think it's just not even going to do it that with the other guy. I don't know, but anyway, Kal-El, what was your best movie? Because you watch a lot of movies. You go out and watch movies at your house or whatever. What was your best movie of 2024?
There's two that I was choosing from, and I feel like I'm just gonna go with which one I really liked more, because I mean I really like both of them. The close second was the Venom movie, because I was pretty excited for that one.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and then the number one is Deadpool and Wolverine. I was pretty excited to see it, and then when I saw it, it was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a lot of back to comic book stuff when he was going for different variations of Wolverine. And if they would have had 3 more seconds of the Hulk fight in Canada, I probably would have just went through the screen because, and I know Don, if he's listening, he was be thinking the same thing, and Chris is smiling too because 5 more seconds of that, just of them two going at it for like 2 seconds would have been thumbs up for me, and I could have ended all my Marvel stuff just right there and then because I don't know if they're ever going to make that movie. Because there's stuff coming, and I hope they do, but I don't know if they're going to. I know they have an animated one that I have, but and I, you know, it was a good movie. I you know, Hugh Jackman was, I mean, it was great. The start when he was, you know when Ryan Reynolds had the bones and he was killing everybody, you know. So yeah, and yeah, when he was on the cross, that was because he was hiding out from the Ravagers in Australia before, yeah, because that all those books went up in price, you know, huge prices. And another movie I thought of, and I don't know if anybody saw this one, was Saturday Night. It was it was like a documentary, funny about the first episode of Saturday Night Live going live. That was one of the other movies that I saw that was actually pretty good. So, and I watched that. I just watched that at the house a couple weeks ago. But anyway, okay. The best TV show that you watched this year could be anything. It could be documentary, it could be anything. Doesn't matter. You know, just, you know, doesn't matter. Okay, mine was on HBO Max and was the 8 episodes of The Penguin from DC. Because that was a spinoff of the Batman movie. It was very good. It was gruesome. And the Penguin was a diabolical motherfucker. So that is and Colin Farrell, oh man, he gained some weight, did some makeup, looked great. So that is my best TV show of this year. I mean, there's some other ones, but you know, no Star Wars stuff for me because the accolade sucked. So, but I do like the Skeleton Crew, but it's not over yet. It could be maybe 2025, and the Creature Commandos is good too. But
Bubba, what did Colin Farrell play in that?
He's the Penguin. He's the Penguin.
That's Colin Farrell?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 hours of makeup.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
I didn't realize that was him.
Oh, Devil. Devil. Yeah, that was good too. Fallout, the TV show. Yeah, that was good. I've seen that. You know, and DB says he's going to go with the Dexter original, Sin. Okay, cool. I've never seen any Dexter stuff. Never.
Yeah.
Chris,
They
what's
did
in
it
your
at
cup?
Just lemonade.
Oh,
Lemonade.
I thought
Okay.
it was a sarsaparilla or something.
Nope.
Chris, what was your best TV show of 2024?
The first season of X-Men '97.
I thought you were going to pick something different, Coleman. And so
No, that was yeah. Tell us about it. Explain a little bit about that.
So
Chris.
X-Men '97 is them, moving forward the stories from the original X-Men, the animated series from the '90s, taking up right where they left off after the assassination attempt of Professor Xavier. So Xavier's gone, and now it's the students and Magneto all trying to, interact with humanity and try to be the best versions of themselves possible. And it's a really great show. There's a lot of fantastic character depth and development there.
I agree.
Some moments that you didn't see coming at all. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it. I definitely suggest you go back and watch it if you.
And I know what you're
have
talking
not
about because I didn't see it either.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was coming.
Yeah, that got me out of nowhere. I didn't expect that series to go that hard, being just an animated series, but it was very, very good. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
No, and I thumbs up. I agree with you on that. I think season 2 is going to be great. And we'll
I
go
agree.
from there, and it'll be good. And usually Marvel's animation is not as good as DC's animation, but
True.
X-Men '97 is very, very good. So, Lair, your best TV show of 2024.
Yes. My favorite show for 2024 was Yellowstone.
Okay.
I just got into it probably about 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
I binge watched it, and it's fun. It's done. Last Sunday was the last
Oh, was it? See, I don't
show.
even know.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yep.
Hmm.
It's been on a few years now, I believe.
Right. You're right.
But I just got into it, and I tell you what, it's a damn good show.
Yeah. What's the daughter's name?
Beth.
Beth.
Oh, she's a bad bitch.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
reminds
watch?
me- that
Have you
reminds me
watched
of my
the
wife.
1883?
Yeah.
The other Yellowstones, the 1923 and 1883.
No, I don't know if I can get into that.
Well, I'll tell you what, the 1883 is so good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Big Ben.
It's the
Big
best-
Ben's must
it's the
be a
best of all
Yellowstone
of them.
fan. Well, my wife watches all that, and she loves that Beth character, so I just threw it
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. So
Her and I
but also-
rip.
Well, that guy who actually the guy who developed that was actually on the Sons of Anarchy as the deputy sheriff, and he writes all that stuff. He writes
He
the
Yes.
Tulsa
He
King.
plays a character on Yellowstone too. He plays a horse
See, I
trainer,
didn't-
I believe.
I
Yep.
didn't know that. And another honorable mention for me was Tulsa King. I finished the season 2 of Tulsa King, and Stallone, besides Rocky, this is his best role ever. If you're a Dago and you like mafioso stuff, and he's badass. So I mean, that was my honorable mention. So Shane, what was your
I thought Chris was going to pick this Shogun. Have you seen it, Chris?
Ooh.
Yes, I have. That was
Oh,
he's close. It almost nudged out X-Men 97, but X-Men 97 got me on the childhood nostalgia.
I had low expectations and I was pleasantly surprised.
So good.
that won a lot of Emmys, like a ton of Emmys.
It looked good and it looked appropriate. The technology, the customs. I mean, it was crazy. So
Yeah,
so good.
Because the female lead character in that movie was also in the Monarch, the Godzilla TV show on Apple. And
Yeah,
I remember when I was a kid.
unfortunate.
I seen the original Shogun with Richard Chamberlain. So
Oh,
that's
I've seen that too. Yep.
yeah.
That
So
was
yeah,
good.
that shows
That
how
was a
me and
big
Shane
deal.
are like how old we are.
That was a big
And,
deal.
Yeah, no, that's good. It was. I saw a couple episodes, but I didn't finish it out. So that was good. I didn't think you'd pick that one. You guys are all picking some good picks. Kal-El, what was your favorite TV show of 2024?
Well, I gotta be honest, I didn't really watch many TV shows as much as I watched movies this year, but I had a couple in mind, but then when you said that it could be a documentary, I
Okay.
immediately changed my mind. So I'm gonna go with the Bray Wyatt documentary that they put out before WrestleMania because I really liked like how they showed some behind the scenes stuff like early in his career, and then they showed a bunch of like how like all of his masks were made and how all of those puppets were made. And so yeah, I really thought that was cool.
Yeah, I seen that too. That was actually very, very good. They did a good job on that. They definitely did a good job on that. Okay, now we'll get to some. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The best sports moment of 2024. Okay, it's hard for me, and it's probably going to be. Man, I think my best sports moment is when the Steelers beat the Ravens, and hopefully it repeats that Saturday. That's my best sports moment that I could possibly think of in the sports mecca. Until we get to the wrestling categories that we're gonna do. If the Pirates would have gotten the playoffs, that'd have been a little different. But that's not coming anytime soon. So yeah, when the
Playoffs.
yeah. When Boswell kicked all them field goals and we beat the Ravens right now, because 2024 is almost going to be ending, and this show is like tomorrow when we beat the Ravens, that could be the greatest. But when we beat them the first time, I'm going to go with that one. So, Chris, what is yours best sports moment of 2024?
So my best sports moment, and I admittedly don't watch a lot of kind of traditional sports. I watch a lot more combat sports and things like that.
Sure.
So my best sports moment is Max Holloway knocking out Justin, and I always mispronounce this name, Gafji, in the last 10 seconds of round 5 at UFC 300.
That was a good fight. Yep,
Okay.
good pick.
Well, that's why we got a different panel of different stuff. So yeah, DB said Barkley's reverse hurdle run. That was impressive. That was impressive. Yeah, that was impressive. So, Larry, what was your best sports moment of 2024?
Well, I got two. This one I got two on. So, and I'm not a Pirates fan by all means anymore. I can give two shits about the Pirates, but the Paul Skeens debut,
Okay.
that dude's unbelievable. He's a star. He's going to be great.
He's not going to be around Pittsburgh very long, though.
Probably not.
No, he'll be gone.
So I like that. And then my honorable mention is the demotion to the G League of Bronny James when he got demoted, only because that chapped LeBron James's ass because he couldn't play with the Lakers with his son, and he was pissed off. And I hate LeBron James.
I do too.
So that got my honorable mention.
Okay, Shane.
Well, the King and I agree. I dislike LeBron James, but I'm going to go with a local Western Pennsylvania team that lost last week. They were they were in the semifinals for a national championship, Slippery Rock D2. The week before that, in overtime, they won in overtime with a hook and ladder play.
Oh, okay. That was on ESPN, correct?
Yes, for a local team, hook and ladder play, it was perfection, ran to perfection, and it got they advanced. It was an upset for them. Hey, good on them. That was a great play. I like to see that. So,
okay. Kal-El, your best sports moment of 2024 could be anything.
See, this is another one I'm stuck on. I have a couple in mind, but I feel like
both. You're okay.
I'll give. Okay, I feel like this one I just thought of when we started talking about baseball. I think it was the first or second game where the Pirates played the Dodgers in their series, and Paul Skeens was pitching, and he struck out Ohtani multiple times, and he struck out like pretty much all the star players on there, and I thought that was a really good game, and they ended up like beating the Dodgers by like 6 runs or something like that. But yeah, I really liked that.
What was your other one?
I was gonna say the Bills beating the Chiefs this year, ending the undefeated
streak.
streak.
Say that, yeah. I mean,
that would be a good one.
Yeah, they're both good. You can do one honorable. It doesn't matter, kid. If you got two, they're probably neck and neck, or maybe a little better. It's cool. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yes, you can, King.
Kal-El. Do you think that
you're also there for the for the Pirate game or the
for the Pirate game?
Oh, okay. I was getting okay. I thought you might have went to the. I know you went to a Bills game though, right? Did you go to Bills?
No, we didn't go to a Bills game this year. We went like last year, but.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you a question. If you get playoff tickets, would you go?
Probably. It'd be cool if it snows. That would be cool to see that atmosphere. But probably.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I don't think your mom's gonna go hang out in the snow.
No.
It's cold out. Yeah.
Hey, Kal-El. So
sorry, Lise.
So Buffalo's doing so good in regular season. Are you afraid that they're gonna falter in the playoffs like they usually do? Like, would you rather them be mediocre during the season, make the playoffs, and go for a run then, or be one of the top NFL teams in the league, get to the playoffs and they lose in the first or second round like normal for the Bills? I'm not being a jerk, but I would rather.
Well, I know. I like how you said like first or second round because the first round, the playoffs last year, they definitely got a huge win there.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing. What am I going to say?
But
yeah.
I feel like it depends on who they play because I was actually watching something the other day. It's probably not a good thing if they get the 1 seed because if the Chiefs get the 1 seed, the Bills could possibly play the Chargers, and then it would set up the next week Bills versus either the Ravens or the Chiefs. But if I think if it was the Ravens, they'd play them at home. If it was the Chiefs, they'd play them at the Chiefs Stadium. But I feel like I didn't expect them to be very, very good going into the season because of the wide receivers. But they've definitely,
Your quarterback is something else. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give where credit is due. I mean, you know, scoring all those points he has been, and Detroit just giving them without they losing all those people on defense is just catastrophic. It's just injuries happen. But I know Larry, they're going to be in the playoff hunt. I mean, it all depends, you know. And here, and this
Right.
this is you know a question from DB. You know, and DB knows his football. There you go. And they also talked about Dante Johnson, and he got cut by the Ravens, guys. And I'm going to be honest with you: if the Steelers could get him cheap and get him right now, I'd take him. I'd take him right now.
Why?
Why? Here's
Yeah.
why, real quick. Why is because the situation. Okay, the situation with Pickens being injured right now. Dante still knows the offense. Well, he might not know the offense because he's not under Arthur Smith, but he knows the schematics and how Tomlin plays. And honestly, I'm pro Tomlin now because of just the way he is on Hard Knocks. Tomlin can get these players to play for him because he had AB to play for him so many years, even though he didn't get all crazy until the end there. So if they can sign him, economically sound, but also too, he did quit on the Ravens, and I don't want him quitting on the Steelers, but we need some firepower, and we don't have any firepower because Pickens ain't playing tomorrow. So,
Hey, so Bubba, so when did Pickens mysteriously get injured?
he got hurt on a Friday.
Practice. Yeah, practice.
In practice, he got hurt. He was running drills. The doctor won't clear him. He was running drills the other day.
Listen, and that was after the game when Broderick Jones and all of them were giving him shit for being stupid, right?
But he's the star of the team, Blair, and they need him with the firepower that he has.
No, I understand that, but
you know what I mean? It wasn't to have him sitting down because of his attitude.
No, but I'm not saying Tomlin did that. I'm saying Pickens is. I said this to JJ. I bet you Pickens was pissed because of what happened, and he mysteriously got this hamstring injury, and it's his word against anyone else's, and he's like, basically, fuck you guys, and I'm not going to play. And he knows that there's no way else to take up his slack.
But Lair, tomorrow's for the.
We would have heard about that. They
keep that kind of stuff. I know we're getting a little Steeler talk. Tomorrow is for the division title. I'm sure, and he also wants to get 1,000 yards receiving. He's very, very close. He's not close yet.
Get the bonus.
You know what I mean? And he probably gets something because he's going for another out of his rookie contract. And to beat the Ravens and clinch the title tomorrow at 7:30, I'm sure he wanted to be there, but he's not. And like Devil said, I think he wants to play. He has a good rapport with Russell Wilson. Russell's the real deal, man. So, I mean, hopefully it comes out. But anyway, you know. Okay, so, we got a little Steeler talk and a little football talk. Okay. Now we are going to go to our favorite. I'm going to switch it up a bit. Our favorite male wrestler of anywhere, or we could do big company signs. We can go indies, whatever how you guys want to do it. It's cool, because I'm just throwing stuff out there and it's going to come off the top of my head. And it might not be. You guys might laugh at my picks or whatever, but it's okay. The best male wrestler that signed to a major company. I'm going to go with a good year. I'm going to go with a little different way. I know somebody's probably going to take him. And he had to. You got to go, Shane? Oh, shit. Okay.
He gone.
Oh, okay. His plumbing, probably, I'm guessing. He had a little leak in his house, which is crazy. I'm going to go. shit, this is hard. I'm gonna go. This is crazy. Let me go. I'm gonna go LA Knight because he finally got a title in the WWE. I mean, he didn't keep it. He's not a champ now, and I do like Drew, but let me. I'm gonna go with LA Knight as my male sign guy. And Chris is looking at me like, oh. And I just thought of this off the top of my head because I know
it's your opinion. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that one because I'm gonna try to do it where it's not the same. So Chris, who would yours be?
I think I know who Kal-El's is. So
And Larry's too.
And Larry's probably.
Yeah.
So again,
You might be surprised.
To make it seem different, I'm gonna go with with the assigned to a major company first, and then I might do an independent one here in a minute. But best favorite male wrestler signed to a major company. Who had a better year than Gunther?
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Gets the record for longest intercontinental title reign. Has had great matches with everybody they put him in the ring with.
Very good pick.
Has brought the best out in every opponent.
Mm-hmm. Very good pick.
I mean, for me this year, it's Gunther, and Second City Saints and people who finish their stories aside, for me it's Gunther.
Good pick. He didn't even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Lair?
I got two. Actually, I got three, but I ain't gonna say the third one. It was a toss-up. I got three, but we were talking about the third one earlier, and I don't want to catch shit from you guys. So,
well, you're not gonna catch. No, it's your opinion.
I know. I'm just kidding. I got main event Jay.
Oh,
Jey
okay.
Uso.
Okay.
My the next one is Will Ocean Spray.
Okay.
His matches are good. And my third one was I got down as Matt Cardona.
What?
Yeah, only because he's everywhere, man. He was everywhere in 2024. He was the belt collector. I mean, he's doing everything the right way.
Like a bad rash, he's everywhere.
Oh, come on, Chris.
Okay, that's you're good with your okay. It's good. I mean, we're getting a different flair of the gold here. Okay.
Yeah.
Kal-El, which I'm gonna guess Kal-El, and Kal-El, you can have a couple also if you know what I mean. You can have honorable.
I also have three.
Okay.
I can't. I feel like I have to name them all.
Now, are they all the same, or you got like two honorable mention, and then you have one that's a little higher than that?
One that's a little higher, two honorable mentions.
Okay.
So I'll go with my two.
Give the one higher at the end.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So my first honorable mention is Jey Uso because I feel like he's really done a lot as a singles wrestler. Got his first singles title. Wrestled his brother at WrestleMania. That was like the match that they've always wanted to do. It wasn't the best match. I'll say that, but yeah, I feel like he's had a great year. Second honorable mention is Seth Rollins because I feel like he's just worked so hard this year. That first episode of Raw of the year that they did, he tore his meniscus, I'm pretty sure, or one of the things in his leg. And it was rumored that he wouldn't be at WrestleMania at all. And as we know, he wrestled both nights instead. And then even though he wasn't on for a couple months, I feel like he's really like done a lot for the company this year. So
he carried the company, in my opinion, a lot of those months.
Oh, their shit.
Yeah. And then third one, it's got to be Cody. I feel like he's had a massive year.
Well, I knew it was coming. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you didn't pick him, I'm like, wow.
Going into the Royal Rumble, I wasn't sure if he would win. But I feel like it was great that they had him win, because I feel like if he would have lost, he would have looked weak going into WrestleMania. And then I feel like after that whole social media thing with The Rock and everything happened, and they changed it up, I feel like it was great. And he's I saw his stat the other day. He's almost had as many title defenses as Roman Reigns already.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So
that.
yeah, I feel like he's had a great year.
Okay. Okay. Shane, do you have any male wrestler who's signed by a big company as your wrestler of the year?
They're not signed by a big company, but I'm going to give you my best wrestler of the year, best wrestlers of the year, because most of these wrestlers, they say that there's a lot of like medication going in the water, and most of the wrestlers look like you need to ask them what their pronouns are. And there's only 2 wrestlers you don't have to ask that, because they're fucking real men. And unfortunately, one of them had their last match. It would be Donnie and Chris. Okay, so those are my wrestlers of the year right there, Donnie and Chris. So everyone else,
they were signed by a big company.
Hey, doesn't matter. They were.
Yep.
They're not a tag team anymore, so it's kind of like, But I could give 2 shits about anybody else.
No, hey, you're honest, and that's why we love you, Shane.
And I know I speak for Donnie when I say we really appreciate that. We do.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, female wrestler of the year, signed, not signed, whatever.
I'll go first too.
Okay, go first.
Donnie and Chris.
Oh, damn.
Thanks, pal.
Today's day and age, it's he, she, whatever. And I'm just saying, Chris and Donnie, put them little lipstick slapdashery. They'll be just like that Australian jack off that gets her makeup at Spirit Halloween when they close down. Rhea Ripley, yeah, he knows who we're talking about. Chris,
oh my God!
Than you, that's all right. I don't care.
That's funny. Oh
Rhea
my
Ripley
God.
might have a bigger dong than you guys, but that's all right.
I thought he was going to say Britt
wow. He went off. When he went off, he came back. He came back off a different Shane. And DB took Swerve Strickland as his signed wrestler of the year. Oh my God! I don't know how I can come back with that one. My ladies wrestler. My ladies wrestler of the year is going to piss everybody, some people off and everybody off. But you know what? She had a great year, and she's still the champion, and she's the queen. And by that, being the queen, winning the queen of the ring, and being champion, like no one likes her, but you know what? Fucking titles are titles, and fucking it is what it is. So my lady wrestler of the year is Nia Jax. Everybody fucking leaves when I say it. Nia Jax.
Sorry, I was throwing up. Sorry.
But hey, you can't deny her accomplishments this year. You can't. I mean, no one likes her, but you know what? She's, eventually she's gonna lose. I mean, I already know that, but she's still the champ. So
Can't wait for that to happen.
I know you guys can't.
Yeah, well,
it's okay. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. I mean, if Tiffany Stratton shit don't pop out of her top, and kill somebody, I don't know what will.
I'm okay with that.
You're like those airbags that deploy.
Yeah. Sometimes a little bit of fakeness is not real enough for me. But anyway, Chris, who is your ladies wrestler, unsigned, signed, whatever? We're gonna go that route.
Okay, I'm gonna leave yours alone. I dislike her for I dislike her for different reasons than Kal-El and Larry.
Because she hurts people in the ring.
Yes. She's a bit reckless. Her matches aren't very good.
Didn't say best wrestling matches. I just said best wrestling.
Right. So best female wrestler. I have 2 here, kind of the honorable mention, and then obviously my top pick. Okay. The honorable mention, Jordynne Grace has had just a tremendous year. She's gotten herself in fantastic shape, did the Royal Rumble, has had some matches on NXT. Has been everywhere. Super busy on her social media. Just crazy year. But for me, best female, you know, has to be Rhea Ripley. You know,
Okay.
in the app, you know, when Charlotte Flair went away, they needed, and Becky Lynch went away, they needed one of the women to step up and become a star. And that's what Rhea Ripley did. She stepped up and became the biggest star in the wrestling business. And Larry might think she's boring because she doesn't have an OnlyFans or whatever. She actually wrestles in a wrestling company. It's a tremendous thing.
Yes.
But for me, it's Rhea Ripley.
Okay. Lair?
Well, it's not going to be Nia Jax or Rhea Ripley. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you're this is a.
But hey, you know what? Good pick, Chris. I'll give that to you.
Oh, you got a good pick. I didn't get shit. But anyway, go ahead.
So I got Toni Storm.
Oh, okay.
Because she went from.
I love her gimmick.
She went from timeless Toni Storm back to Rockstar Toni Storm, which
I don't like that. I think she should have stayed timeless. But that's me.
I think that ran its course. Now she's doing this amnesia thing.
Oh, okay.
Where she doesn't know anything about the timeless Toni Storm stuff, which I like. So I got her, and I got Chelsea Green.
You know what? DB got the same thing you got. DB from Steelers Syndicate, man, got the same too. Wow, you guys must be on the.
Chelsea had a great 2024. Great matches. She was always on SmackDown. And then now she's the women's Intercontinental champion.
Okay.
Well, she's half of the champion because her husband already laid claim to half of that.
Well, I mean, it's Matt fucking Cardona. Do you blame him?
Well, he did pick him. He did pick Matt Cardona. So he had to pick the other half. So I guess he had to complete the set.
Right. Yeah, to complete the set. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she needs. Seriously.
No. She did have a tremendous year. I'm not gonna.
I like Chelsea.
I'm not gonna take that away from you in the least. She did have a tremendous year. She kind of she kind of stepped out of the shadow of a lot of the other women in the division. Where they and stepped out from some of her previous work where they just thought she was just a character, not really a very good in ring. She has had a tremendous year. I will give you that.
Yeah, she is very entertaining.
But everybody you guys mentioned is still good. I mean, and I mean Toni Storm was great.
Toni Storm's in-ring work is stellar.
Yeah. Okay, now Shane did his, which he did his already. Kal-El?
See, I have two. I feel as much. I'll go with the first one. As much as I don't like this person.
It's okay. Go ahead and say it.
No. Never. I feel like she's won like so many things this year. And that's Liv Morgan. She's won the women's world title, the Crown Jewel championship thing. She's done so many matches, it seems like. And as much as she's annoying, I feel like everybody, all like the commentators keep saying it too. Like she's pretty much accomplished everything that there is.
Yeah, they strapped the rocket to her. Let's see where she lands.
Yeah.
Rocket to her.
Oh God!
That's how it's meant. Okay.
Oh my God, that's awesome. And who's the second one?
Second one, I would say Roxanne Perez, from NXT.
She had a really good year too.
Yeah, she won the title. She's had a bunch of good matches. I feel like all the pay-per-view matches are really good, and she's pretty much climbed to the top of that division. That's really has a lot of good wrestlers in there too. But so I'd say Roxanne Perez.
Okay, right on. Okay,
those are both good picks.
Yeah, everybody had great picks. Okay, so in 2024, something that happened to you, something good. Shane, I'll start with you because you've been like putting up some stuff out there. Something was a good thing to you in 2024 in your life. That you went somewhere, you did something, anything, just positive.
I guess spending time with you guys in learning about the wrestling business was a highlight. So I'll say that, and then spending time with my family would be close. Well, wouldn't be second, but it would be up there too. So that would be it. Getting to see what you guys do on a daily basis, all the hard work that goes into it, and just being a fly on the wall and watching from afar and seeing that. So that was an interesting highlight. So
Oh, thank you. Kal-El, anything positive that happened in this year so far?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have to go with going to WrestleMania, going to like see all that stuff there.
Sure.
Seeing it from two different perspectives, like seeing I sat on one side the first night and the other side on the second night, both great nights, and then going to see the NXT show too on the same day as night one. But yeah, that was all really cool.
Okay, cool. Lair.
I would have to say, I met a lot of new people from, going through, the APWF. And some of them became friends. So I would have to say that that's probably the highlight of my year.
Okay. And thank you for all you do, Lair. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Chris?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say my title run as a whole. Obviously where it started versus where it ended, somewhat differently. Winning the belt from Gorgeous Gregory back in January and then carrying it all the way through the year, through some personal issues that I had, to then to have the match with Braden and have him defeat me for the belt was really really meaningful to me. It was my first singles title in professional wrestling, and I hope that I carried the title with some level of gravitas and got to mark myself amongst a stellar list of Imagine heavyweight champions.
I think you did. I'm not blowing smoke up
Absolutely.
your ass. I think your promos, Wednesday nights, you know what I mean, and were great. It was a side of you that I've never seen because I know Chris Coleman in tag team. You know what I mean? And you're a great tag team specialist, and you held a championship in every company that you tag team in. But and I was proud that you won the championship. So, and you did what you had to do to keep it. And hey, that is what it is. And you had a nice title reign. And I know you've been dealing with some injuries too. So, lately you're not the 100%. You're close to it, but with injuries and being a professional wrestler, hats off to you too. Cause I mean, I know how painful it is firsthand when I get up off the floor and move and groove, and it ain't pretty, and I'm a little older, but still, no, and I, you were
A
entertaining.
little older.
I'm a lot older. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, congratulations, Chris, on that. Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, here I'm gonna do DB. He did something, and that's his. And anybody that needs any Steeler fans out there, subscribe to DB's channel with the Steelers, and he also does a lot of pulp culture and stuff like that. And he does wrestling. He does it all, man. So, and I appreciate you coming. And he's from Texas. He don't DB don't even live around here. So I mean, I appreciate it, DB jumping on. And like I said, I enjoy his contact
down there.
The heat's probably hot down there.
It's hot as hell, and then the Cowboy fans just are full of shit.
Well, God bless him, because he's a Steeler fan among a lot of people that think they're all that in a bag of chips, and it ain't happening. So I'm gonna say I got a couple, but I'm gonna say first and foremost, for me, having the person upstairs be upstairs because due to the fact that Tam had a heart attack about a month ago was not good. And the last, since the October, she, you know what I mean? It's been a roller coaster ride here. And we're doing positive and we're doing stuff that we can. And that is first and foremost in my mind, because I want her at 100% and being well. And she's back, and she got it from COVID. So, I mean, that was not something that I'd want to put that on anybody or anybody to deal with. That is something that I've never thought I'd ever deal with. And I was doing a Steelers Dynasty podcast with Shane, and then a half hour later, that's when I, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that she is, you know, out of that, but she, you know, she's got to do stuff in a positive way. She's talking, you know, we're going to go to the gym and we're going to do stuff, and stress is not going to be part of our lives and stuff like that, even though my life is a little bit stressful doing stuff that I do. That is the first and foremost this year, because, you know, it could have been, you know, I don't even want to think what it could have, I don't even want to think about that, but it's all good. But also too, I did something that I thought I would never ever do again. I did it because I wanted to give two guys the storybook ending that I truly thought they deserved. And let's just put it this way, everybody out there in TV land, you know, doing a wrestling company is very, very hard. You're not going to please everybody, and you're not going to be everybody's best friend. You're doing what you can do and what you think. And, you know, I got a great staff, and I appreciate all of them. And I wish we could do more stuff than we do, but we do what we can. And I try to give people opportunities, and I'm always about that. I mean, Slam and Sammy given an opportunity when that girl came up to me is something that I will never forget, being 18 years old and having the balls to come up and talk to me. And then we booked her, and, you know, stuff like that. And she's getting a lot more bookings, and she's doing what she can do. You know, and myself and Larry doing websites that I have no idea how to do. So that'll probably be, you know, something I work on, and doing social media is very, very hard, and promoting is not easy. But thank God social media, I mean, thank God people are, you know, the team that I have is great, and I appreciate that. And Chris, if I haven't told you 1,000,000 times to 1,000 times, what you do for me is unparalleled on how you do what you do, and that is a gift that you have. That if somebody hires you tomorrow and says, "Hey, I want to take this guy to the higher level to do what he was doing for you, Bubba," you have all my, you know, congrats, because you do a fucking phenomenal job, and it's not easy doing what you do. Larry, it's not easy doing what you do. Shane, it's not easy going out there and never been doing a ring announcing before. You've never done that before. So, I mean, yeah. And, yeah, I mean, I didn't know I was going to do this again. I mean, it's hard work. I mean, we got 3 shows, and I thank S&T Bank Arena, and I thank the Castle, you know, and Tony and them guys, the staff down there for, you know, two shows. 2 great shows, and you know, something that an NWA World Championship match, which I never thought I'd actually ever promote in my entire life, and it was, and a matchup that I'll probably talk about later here before we get out of here on the independent stuff we're gonna do real quick, but that is, you know, and just trying to be positive and overcome a lot of negativity and doing what you got to do every day. So, okay, that was my 2024. And then I'm hoping the Steelers, that's 2025 is when the Super Bowl. But anyway, okay, so let's do what pulp culture thing in your life, pulp culture, so anything that made a difference in your life in 2024, Shane. Like anything in the pulp culture world, anything you can think of that made your life better.
Well, Bubba, the fact that you exposed me to K-pop and those Korean boys that like to dance. I mean, thank you.
I didn't know you liked that. You're welcome,
all those
Shane.
videos of,
You're
no,
welcome,
I'm
Shane.
joking. Bubba didn't show me that.
That was good though. You got me, dude. You're on fire tonight, Shane. I don't know what you're on, but damn, you're on fire.
Yeah.
What serious? What kind of pulp culture thing that you think that you can think of? I know this is a hard. This is a crazy topic.
I would have to say, it's been a year that I've been doing. It was the bowl game last year that I started doing the West Virginia show. And so it's been a year that I've been doing shows. And I think I'm getting a little better at it. And I think we're to the point where we're going to start getting a few more views. And, as soon as you think you have it, the YouTube gods decide to deliver a pie to your door. And it's not an apple pie, it's a humble pie. And you got to take a couple bites and then the next day try again. So I think that part of the pop culture of YouTube is, really challenged me in a way that I haven't been challenged since I've been in the military. So let's say that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Kal-El, what about you?
This was really tough. For some reason, I don't know why.
It's a hard question. I know. Yeah.
I feel like, just like, I don't know, this is kind of going off of like Shane said, like my own stuff, like doing
Sure.
like my TikTok stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's been many fights in my comments for some reason when I do my predictions and stuff between other people. But there's like 40
Okay.
comments I see on my videos, like a bunch of comments and stuff. And then I'm getting more views on my YouTube. And I realized that I could upload the short videos on there. So that's what I started doing on there. So I feel like that's made a big impact.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a work in progress all the time. Lair, what about you?
You can skip me on this one, Bubba, because I had nothing to do with pop culture.
Well, pop culture is social media too and stuff. Anything. Music, art, anything. Anything.
Oof.
Okay.
I might have to think about it.
Okay, well, I'll come back to you if you
All
Chris.
right.
Well,
It could be anything. It could be anything.
Jake Paul has managed to make me not ever want to see another professional boxing match again.
Well,
Bingo. That's my answer too.
That affected pop culture for me for the foreseeable future.
That's right.
Yeah, that was bad. And to say that Saudi Arabia prince wants to offer Tyson $700 million $700 million for a rematch is ungodly.
I mean, Mike could be a fool not to take it and go and give the same performance, because that's what it was.
Yeah.
That he did in the previous fight.
Or unless he doesn't
take the man's money and never have to worry about doing anything you don't want to do for the rest of your days.
Okay. Lair, are you there? Did you think? You agreed with Chris?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you agree with Chris on that one, or do you have something else? If you were thinking.
No, you know what? After Chris said that, yeah,
okay.
I gotta agree with Chris.
That was bad. Anyway, yeah, I wasted a whole night, and I was so pumped. It was terrible. But I think I'm gonna my pulp culture thing that probably was actually Shane actually hooking up, and we actually got a sponsor on the Steelers Dynasty podcast with Mucky Duck Mustard. It's a great product because I've ate it. Shane eats it. And they actually and they gave us a check, and I thought that was phenomenal for our first corporate sponsor. It's hard work doing podcasts. Now this experience show has not been I haven't been doing as much as, since we're not doing like wrestling shows, I haven't been doing them as much. Now the Steelers Dynasty podcast, I do as much as I can, and we're on the cusp of actually getting monetized.
We had a live show, Bubba, that got 4,000 views.
Yes.
I mean, that's amazing.
Well, yes.
That's real good. That's great.
And the community, that Steeler community is like something that I've never ever seen before in my entire life. And me and Shane talk to these people like we've known them for years. And they come, and some of these guys are in here right now. And I truly appreciate this community that this podcasting world has given me. This is a great format for me to express a lot of stuff, but not go crazy and be super opinionated, because I was working on that to be more professional. So in the pulp culture world, putting more stuff and trying to be more social media and stuff like that, because, I don't know, one of these days I feel that, maybe the podcasting could front the wrestling company a little more and do stuff like that and incorporate everything, because I have a trifecta, but it's not easy. I'm glad that Mark gave me opportunities to be on other shows. I've been on other shows where I got to, use my expertise and being asked to, help out when need be, and I appreciate that too. And a couple years ago, it wasn't like that. So, we got a good thing going, and I want to keep it going. And we got bigger hills and mountains to climb in 2025. And Shane, I thank you so much for Steeler Dynasty podcast. And that is a machine that is just very, very good. Tomorrow we're going to show the world at McFadden's what we're all about, and that'll be great. So, and anybody that's listening, we'll be at McFadden's tomorrow at 4:00, man, partying and having a good time. So, and hanging out with Mark, and Gene's coming. Shane, I'm picking Gene up at Katanning. So, Gene's been on our show in half times for a couple weeks now. But that's my. Yeah,
Yep.
that's my pulp culture stuff, and try to keep working on it and try to be positive and just try to do whatever. As I'm positive right now because Nia Jax is on TV. I knew you were. You're watching the same thing, Kyle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. One more thing before we go. One more topic. Let's do best independent wrestling moment, match, or something of the independent world before we get out of here. Shane, I'll go with you.
Wait, don't we have 2 left?
I don't know.
3?
So
we got 3 left.
My best match was, like I mentioned before, the retirement match.
I got a tag team. Yeah.
For Chris and Donnie, and that's going to cover the last 2 for me. Okay. So, I'll knock the last 2 out there. And then a close second was how surprised I was, this last show, and Chris and Bubba and Larry, that you guys got that kid from Ohio that is what, 6'11", 7 foot?
7 foot.
Yeah.
So,
Paxton Calloway.
Calloway.
Got him, and he did great. He just didn't go up there and wasn't just a big piece of flesh. He actually wrestled, and I was very impressed. When I thought the show was going to hit here, it hit. And it hit here at a different rhythm than the shows that had, the big names before. So it still hit, but just hit in a different way. So bravo.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Kal-El?
This is indie match, right?
Yeah, indie match, indie situation, and then we'll end it with we'll end it with our tag teams of 2024. That's what we'll end it with. That'll be the next one.
Okay.
So you guys can think.
I'm gonna go with Shane here. Donnie and Chris's match. I really liked that match. Seeing it right there in front of me, it was a really good match.
Okay. Lair?
I got 2.
Okay.
The first one is the return of the APWF in Indiana. Great moment. Like Kal-El said, and seeing Chris and Donnie wrestle tag for the last time was very cool. And the second is the Bill Collier and Spencer Slade match in APWF in Johnstown. One of the greatest matches I've seen on indie wrestling, and I've seen many independent matches.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah,
I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to
yeah,
be hard.
because
Yeah.
I've been around and seen so many just fantastic independent matches
Right.
over the course of the last 12 months.
Right.
Bill and Spencer's was very, very good. I actually just this past weekend we had two of the guys that are going to carry independent wrestling forward into the future. Gorgeous Gregory and Kane and Christopher in about the goddamnedest dog collar match on the independents that I've ever seen.
You weren't fucking kidding about Gregory. You were not kidding about Gregory. He's good. He's real good.
He's damn good.
Yeah.
And Kane and Christopher, he's something special too. Yeah, those folks out there that haven't seen a Kane and Christopher match, watch some of his stuff. He's special. He really is.
Chris, is he still wrestling with Spectre?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I for the independent scene for me, I mean, just I went to a lot of shows this year, and I've been going to shows for a long time since I got in this business. And there's a lot of good, fresh, upcoming talent that I have seen that will carry a lot of companies for a long time. I was honored that a lot of the people, you know, I got to be able to get them on the show and stuff like that. And I can name a whole bunch, and I'm going to name a little bit here real quick. Like the gentleman that's on the top there, you know, him and Chris, I wouldn't have started this if it wasn't for that. And that's why that's one of the reasons why I did that. Chris and Donnie, you know what I mean? And Donnie for, you know what, for a guy that I was like, oh man, he when it was showtime, it was fucking showtime. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. I was like, so yeah, you know, the match of Team Tap Out and the Rad Boys, you know what I mean? You know, just because it's APWF, but I've also seen other people from other companies, and I've seen Bill wrestle everywhere besides Allied Powers Wrestling Federation, and he was the IWC champion of all champions, and he still has that title. Now he made a pact with the devil, but hey, it is what it is. You know, him and Elijah Dean's matches were great, and situations like that.
He sold out, Bubba. He sold out.
Well, you know what, Lair? He can do whatever he wants. You know what? He's selling out every fucking independent arena he goes. So I mean, and that's I mean, I just seen his boots. He got new boots. He said he wasn't gonna, after those boots were done. He wasn't. You know, I guess he was gonna be done. He got new boots. So, and I mean,
I tried to get them boots, Bubba.
Yeah, and Zach Nystrom and Hendricks, great match. So, and then you know, and I want to thank all the people that actually, the companies, Rise Wrestling, you know, that actually helped me out with, you know, Dean Radford and Potter, who helped me get some talent this year. There's a lot of upcoming, and Glenn Spector and the Troublemakers are great heels. But the match with Spencer Slade and Collier was something that I've never ever seen, and I've been in rings and I've seen rings, and I always thought that Aaron Stevens and Roderick Strong was the best match I ever seen in the company's history. The match I seen that night that I paid for was Slade versus Collier, and they've been on other shows, and they put on the same thing on other shows too. So just because it's not because it's my company, I've seen them on Imagine Wrestling where I fucking gave them fucking their props there. Every time they're together on any company, it's fucking 4 stars. So I just glad that I got to be able to have it on an APWF show. So independently, that's, you know, there's a lot of great stuff out there, and there's a lot of ladies wrestling out there that's going to be on fire. And there's a lot of I didn't know there was that many goddamn companies out there for independent wrestling when I fucking got back into this. So, I mean, it's crazy. There's 5 shows every weekend probably. So go to an independent show. If you like it, go. If you don't like it, don't go. I don't know what to tell you. But that's my last thing. And so my tag team of the year, I don't know. God, I don't think anybody was strong enough for me to have super feelings of tag team, because FTR just didn't do it for me this year. So I honestly don't have anybody. So I don't have a tag team of the year, which is crazy. But Chris, go ahead.
The Motor City Machine Guns. You know,
Okay.
finally getting a chance to go to WWE and, you know, show them why they've been one of the best tag teams on planet Earth for years. You got to see Alex Shelley very briefly with Kushida, with a little time splitter reunion, but they didn't get a good run. Now I'm hoping that, you know, Saban and Shelley get to really show wrestling fans what they're all about and how good they really, really are.
Okay. Shane, do you have anybody? Because I didn't put a lot of thought in mine. That's why I don't have anybody. I can't think of anybody. So.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, Lair?
I do.
Okay.
Um,
I'm glad
I got one.
Which is surprising.
I got one indie and one Big
Okay.
Fed tag team.
Well, if I went indie, I'm going Rad Boys. I'm sorry that they're not. Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't think of anybody bigger. Rad Boys would be my team. Okay, I got one. It was Rad Boys. Go ahead.
I got to go with Bullet Club Gold, the Guns, Juice, and Jay White.
Okay.
You know, they're very entertaining. They don't always win, but they're entertaining. Jay White is one of the best wrestlers. I don't care what Chris says. He is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. You was on me last time there. I said Jay White, and you laughed at me. So I don't forget things, Chris.
I think his promos need work. He needs to catch his breath before he
Yes.
starts talking.
Yes, and he needs to quit foaming at the mouth.
And Juice Robinson is fantastic.
Yes, I agree. And then for my indie tag team, I got to go with the Buffalo Boys.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't give them their props too. They're everywhere now.
Yes.
Vince Valor and those guys, they're everywhere. And I give props to those guys too, and their training.
You know, Matt McCoy and Thomas Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like them. I like them.
Well, you got me thinking, because there's a lot of independent wrestlers out there, Lair. Maybe I should do a lot more independent wrestling like I used to, and we could talk about it. So maybe we should do that. We could do that on here and stuff like that, and then we could do that. We could combine our podcasts and do something like that. You could do it on your show, and I could do it on mine, whatever. You know what I mean? We could switch off both, and talk about independent wrestling and stuff like that. Gene's like, Gene, Rad Boys, I hate to love. So, okay, Kal-El, your tag team.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there wasn't like much with like nothing like really that huge with like tag teams and major stuff this year, but I do have one because they're one of my favorites. They were one of my favorites down in NXT, and I feel like they've had just like a huge like boost of a year to their careers. And I'm gonna say it's DIY. They had their first WrestleMania match with that big ladder match. They won the tag titles twice, and now that they're heels, I feel like that's gonna be great. I loved the heel turn a couple weeks ago. So I'm definitely looking forward to more matches with them in the future. So I'm gonna go with DIY.
See, I didn't even know they turned heel. See, I love tag team wrestling too, and but I'm glad I got the Rad Boys though. I mean, I give I know they're not. I don't know if they'll ever tag up again. I have no idea. But 2024, they were the tag team. So, okay. Well, guys, I mean, I appreciate you guys all spending your Friday night and giving your best of, 2024. And I know we'll do it again next year. Hopefully bigger and better, and maybe more topics that I can think of offhand. But before we get out of here, Shane, do you have anything do you want to promote or do anything before we roll out?
No, just check us out every Wednesday at 9:00. Steelers Dynasty Podcast.
Awesome. Kal-El, do you have anything you want to promote or say before you roll out?
Yeah, obviously my TikTok Mania season, and then my YouTube Buckle to Buckle. I plan on doing some kind of a year-end show, like with some like topics, like we did here. But also with the shorts I was talking about earlier, I did my Saturday night's main event picks on that, because I didn't feel like it was a huge show. So I figured I could just do that.
Bad. I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just those couple of things.
Okay. Larry, do you have anything you like to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pro Wrestling Stream Talk on YouTube and on Facebook. We are going to be coming out with our Pro Wrestling Stream Talk Podcast Awards. I hope by the end of this month. It's been hard getting all the guys together because Jay and Reese got different schedules and we haven't been meshing a lot, but it is what it is. Jobs come before podcasts. So if all else fails, I will do it by myself. So that's coming up. And, one other thing, just want to tell everybody Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I appreciate Jens coming on and busting balls on Friday nights. And let's go into 2025 and continue doing it. And Chris, you're still always a traitor to me.
Jesus, God, you were so good that you said.
I know.
Christy,
I love you,
anything
Chris.
you would like to promote and say anything before you get out of here?
Yes, obviously, despite the fact that I'm currently back on the injured list, Imagine Wrestling, check out their YouTube show every Wednesday night at 7. Imagine Live from the Dojo. Fantastic show. A bunch of hardworking folks bringing you live wrestling every Wednesday night. And then January the 18th, ECW star and WWE and TNA star Rhino is going to be at the Civics Association building there in Altoona. Should be a real great show. But like I said, I'm back on injured reserve, so hopefully I can rehab and get back to the sport I love. But in the meantime, absolutely keep your eye on those folks, and keep your eyes on APWF social media. Be releasing details as we get them.
Yeah, speaking of that, hopefully soon. Looking for some time in the spring, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not bashing an eye. I'm not telling anybody something that I'm not going to tell anybody because I'm very honest and open. Guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. But before we get out of here, Gene has a question real quick on the best wrestlers ever. Your best wrestler ever. Chris, mine's Roddy Piper. Chris, who's yours?
Okay, so best wrestler ever, or favorite wrestler ever?
Best wrestler, I guess the best favorite wrestler of all time.
Okay, so my favorite wrestler of all time is The Undertaker, and will always be The Undertaker.
Okay, Lair.
I wonder who mine could be. CM Punk.
Shane.
Bret Hart.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for the love of Pete. Are you kidding me?
Bret Hart.
And Kal-El to end it. It's going to be hard
CM
for
Punk,
you.
same as Larry. Did you hear him? He said CM Punk, the same as
No,
Larry.
I didn't.
That was an awful feedback loop.
That was said Chris Benoit.
That's
I'll probably go with it's basic, but I'll go Cena, I guess.
It's put. Yeah, well, I mean, no, it's good. No, and he says, he got Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Okay. But yeah, hey, Gene.
Honorable mention would be, of course, Ric Flair.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to retract my answer.
What?
Okay.
Not
ahead.
CM Punk. I got to go with Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
Okay. Well, there you
Wait,
go,
wait, I
Gene.
love that
That
pick.
was that.
Love
Gene just
him.
put that question in the
So good.
chat, and I just wanted to get it out of here before we roll out of here. But I want to wish
Great question,
each,
Gene.
yes. Well, Gene knows his wrestling, and he does. He's old school. But
Team
I just
Gene
wanna,
Okerlund.
well, we'll be mean Geneing it up tomorrow, man, at the
Oh,
McFadden's.
okay.
But guys, I want to wish you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming on as always. You guys are great. I love this format. We can all, once in a while get together and chat about stuff that we love, and we all love. I mean, Shane likes wrestling. There's 4 of us that love it. So I mean, and we talk about other stuff too. And I appreciate you guys taking your time coming on the show and giving your opinions and actually entertaining the masses. So I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and be safe and don't drink too much eggnog. So, yeah, but everybody, thanks for tuning in. Please hit like and subscribe. I'll be doing more and more stuff in 2025 with interviews, stuff. And Larry, if you ever need anybody for a helping hand for a special guest appearance, you need somebody to do whatever. If JJ and Reese can't help you out or something, if they can't make it and you want to do something, just let me know. And
You're always on my list, Bubba.
Oh, well, I'm not high on the list of people, but
you're high. You're high on the list.
Well, no offense, I want to be high. Let's put it that way. But
you're
no,
high on life.
Well, I am high on life, and I appreciate everybody. And Lisa says Merry Christmas to everybody. Filthy animals.
Merry Christmas,
and,
Lisa.
Like everybody, have a great holiday. Everybody that's listening, have a great holiday. I appreciate all your support. But in like 20 minutes, man, it's going to be Steeler Talk. Steeler Dynasty podcast will be on at 10 o'clock, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. So all you guys that are listening to this show, I know you're jumping on to Steeler stuff. And we're going to have a special guest, Mark from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, coming in from Australia. He'll be in. Briefly, we'll see. He's eating, drinking, and partying in Pittsburgh, but we're going to talk some Steeler football here in about 20 minutes. So, guys, thank you guys so much. Everybody, thank you guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. And we will see you guys all this Mega Mania panel in 2025. Thank you guys, and have a great night. I end it like always, as I mess up because I need an intern. Because now they did something on StreamYard with the media assets. Like I have no idea anymore. But anyway, good night, everybody. Take care. See you guys.